All right, welcome. It's part 2 of the Dynasty trades. We still got the Jerry Jeudy signed jersey here, and we have the signed football. Right now it's Vikings football, but I mean, we're going to be doing a signed jersey after that. That's going to be given away here in about 2 weeks. Right now we only have like 2 people that are potentially going to be winning that. So I think it's Michael and Craig. So right now it's just you two guys. And we're going to hopefully do it either live or we'll have some sort of, I'll create a video of it. We'll have those basically tankathon ping pong balls. Every $1 you spend on Patreon, which is the link is in the comment box, or not the comment box, the description box. Then, I mean, literally you put $1 in and you probably get like a 1% chance of winning that thing. And a 1% chance of winning future prizes too. It's not like doesn't go away. I mean, you're going to be potentially winning future stuff as well. So that's really cool. All right. So, we're going to do some more Dynasty trades. I did Dynasty Part 1 yesterday, if you haven't gotten to it. We have Mr. Cooper Kupp and Jerry Jeudy. It doesn't say which one, but Cooper Kupp for Jerry Jeudy. Whew, this is tough. I like Cooper Kupp, and I think the Akers injury is really going to help not really help Cooper Kupp, but I think that they're just going to be throwing a ton. I'm going to go with Cooper Kupp. I understand his age, but right now, Jerry Jeudy, this is, if I'm in a rebuild, it depends on how much of a rebuild I'm in. If I'm 2-3 years out, I'm just going to take Jerry Jeudy because I'm going to take the chance that Jerry Jeudy ends up becoming a top 10 wide receiver in 2-3 years. Cooper Kupp will not be that in 2-3 years, in my opinion. So if you're contending, Cooper Kupp, if you're rebuilding, it's got to be a rebuild in the future. Like, because I think Cooper Kupp could be somebody October, November that if you could get potentially more than Jerry Jeudy. So you could get maybe even like a Devontae Smith plus a second, or you could start getting some picks. You get some 22 picks, 23 picks. So those would be important. What does he got? Delaney Walker? No. Why is he Delaney Walker? Darren Waller. I can't. Did I just go back in a time machine 3 years? Darren Waller, Jonnu Smith versus Travis Kelce. So this is, I mean, unless I'm starting, and this doesn't say I'm starting 2 tight ends, so I'm assuming I'm starting 1 tight end. So basically, it's Darren Waller plus a little bit, because I'm going to have to probably flip Jonnu Smith versus Travis Kelce. Do I want Darren Waller? Do I want Travis Kelce? Do I want Darren Waller? Do I want Travis Kelce? I'm just going to take Travis Kelce. Honestly, I think he's still the difference maker. And the 2-3 years difference in age, it makes a difference, but, I mean, Travis Kelce is literally tight end 1. I mean, Darren Waller will be tight end maybe 3, but literally Travis Kelce's tight end 1. Been that for like every single year. So I'm just going to take Travis Kelce. All right. Terry McLaurin. This is 1 QB, no tight end premium. Terry McLaurin, George Kittle. Man. This roster construction really makes a difference because you really need to know what you are. Do you have another tight end besides Kittle? Like, if you don't, Kittle is a really good opportunity here. I'm going to slightly lean Kittle here because he is that difference maker. I mean, this is doesn't say how many teams, it just says 1 QB. But I am going to go with Kittle here. I just do think I love Terry McLaurin, but I think that Kittle is that difference maker at that tight end position. He's going to have Trey Lance, of course. So I think, yeah, I'm going to go with that. All right. So let's keep going. Where are some more trades? Oh, all right. So, J.K. Dobbins plus James Robinson for CEH. All right. I love J.K. Dobbins. I love CEH as well. And then James Robinson's just kind of like this cherry on top. I would say J.K. Dobbins and CEH are very, very close in my mind, but James Robinson, I think, will be an RB3 flex play, and I'm just going to take James Robinson additional to the J.K. Dobbins over the CEH in any situation. And then I'm looking at trying to see how much value James Robinson has and trying to trade him away. Because right now you can't really trade him for value. You need to wait until he actually performs something as a Jaguar, and then you're going to get better value. Because right now his value is horrible, and I think you need to wait 3 months, 2 months when they show that Travis Etienne is out there, but he's being more used as the Kamara role. James Robinson used as the Latavius Murray role, and they show, hey, look at it, he's got some fantasy production, and running backs will start getting hurt, and people are going to be like, James Robinson's going to be my guy. Myles Gaskin was oversold last year. Savon Ahmed was oversold last year because they were just starting bodies, and you need starting bodies in Dynasty. And so if James Robinson can stay healthy, he'll be worth more mid-year than he is right now. Travis Etienne and Terry McLaurin versus Saquon Barkley. Whew, that is really, really close. That you get to see the mind process, that brain just turn and like, what should we do? Should we do Travis Etienne and Terry McLaurin, or should we do Barkley? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go Travis Etienne and Terry McLaurin. I'm gonna do that because I really like Terry McLaurin. I really like Travis Etienne. So you're getting RB 15 and wide receiver 12 for running back 3. It's a good trade both ways. I mean, if you really need that stud running back, I mean, Saquon's an awesome guy, so it's not a bad trade both ways. So, the Melvin Gordon or James Conner? Can I get neither? I guess I will go James Conner because I love Javonte Williams, and I will go James Conner because I think he's A, younger, and B, I think that he has a better chance of being a 65% snap percentage running back. Melvin Gordon, I don't think does with Javonte Williams there. That's just my opinion. I think Chase Edmonds is a fine beta running back. I don't know if he can be the alpha. It's not shown. I think Javonte Williams easily has the ability, the 3-down set for being a stud. Also, I'm looking at the end of 2021, and we're even halfway, 3/4 of the way. What person do I think is going to have more value? And I think it's going to be James Conner because Melvin Gordon may not be there. He may have I think he still has legal issues with it. I think he had a DUI or something along those lines. And Javonte Williams, I think halfway through the year, like most rookie running backs, will take over. So yeah, all right. DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore versus Laviska. And 12 team. Yeah, so this one is pretty easy in my opinion. I'm not a huge Laviska fan. I think he's a gadgety player, which is fine, but you're going to get more of a Percy Harvin, even Cordero Patterson. I mean, they're similar gadgety players. They're really good for a football team to move the ball and make good plays on third downs and to use as kind of a weapon. But fantasy-wise, I remember people going, oh my goodness, look at Laviska. He got like 28 points against the Vikings or whatever it was. One of them was a collision that the ball literally popped out 15 yards in the air, and Laviska's sitting in the end zone, and the other defender had run up because he thought he was going to make a tackle, and so Laviska was just standing there and caught the ball. Laviska, I think, is overrated. I might have to make a video on it, but I think Laviska's overrated. So that leads me to DJ Moore, who I do like, but I don't know if can be a wide receiver 1, is more this kind of stuck into this wide receiver 10 to 15 range. DeAndre Hopkins, little asterisk, as long as he plays. There is something about the vaccine stuff. I'm not going to go into the vaccine stuff, but there is something that he may try not to play, but I think DeAndre Hopkins is that top 5, top 3 type of wide receiver still, can be at least abilities for the next couple of years. All right. Oh, next one. Look at that right here. Laviska Shenault versus Tyler Lockett. I'm going to go with Tyler Lockett. I think he's going to have a better year than last year. I think he's going to have a more consistent year last year. Last year was nuts. Did he score all the touchdowns against Arizona, it seemed like? I loved Tyler Lockett. I mean, I had like Ridley and Lockett the first half of the year. I was like, woo, man, my wide receivers are awesome. And then I realized I only had one wide receiver because Tyler Lockett decided to suck the second half of the year. And so did DK Metcalf. I think they're going to figure it out a little bit more. Laviska, again, you have DJ Shark, who I think is a really good wide receiver. You have Marvin Jones, who's still going to be a wide receiver there. And you have Travis Etienne and James Robinson. You got a lot of mouths to feed. I think those are going to be more valuable than Laviska. All right, what time we got? We got 9 minutes. Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore. I mean, they're both good. At this point, it's a flip of a coin, but I'm going to go with Elijah Moore. All right, so that's enough said there. Michael Carter, Trey Sermon. Again, very, very close back-to-back in my rankings. Depends on what you like. I like Michael Carter. I understand fourth-round running backs suck. But again, I'm going to go with Michael Carter. I think Trey Sermon is going to have a battle with Raheem Mostert. If Jeff Wilson comes back, I think he could be just a thorn. I think San Francisco's always got a thorn. Seems like everyone gets hurt there, so Trey Sermon's already prone to being hurt. He already got hurt not too long ago. And, of course, you got Elijah Mitchell there, who I really, really like as well. This is super flex. So we have CMC versus Mixon and Fields. I'm going to go CMC because I would rather have CMC and trade CMC for a stud quarterback that I love. If I got CMC, I'd be looking at Josh Allen, Kyler Murray. I'd be going to those owners because I personally in Superflex, and then I'll end on this one here. Moving the camera here. I'll end on this one here. But my number 101 in Superflex startup is Pat Mahomes. It's easily. Number 2 is Josh Allen. It's not CMC. And then I see CMC is a lot of times 101 or 102. And then 103, it is Kyler Murray. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. And like, there's a pretty decent gap between Josh Allen and Kyler Murray. But that's what I have. And then we can start arguing about CMC being a part of that group. If I knew I was getting CMC at 22, it's a big difference. But he's a couple years older than that, and he's not going to have 5 years probably left on his basically on his resume, or on his, I can't think of it. He's probably not going to have 5 years left in his future. So I think Josh Allen could have 10 years. I think Kyler Murray could have 10 years. And I think Pat Mahomes could have like a million years, 15 years. So when it comes to it, Mixon, I love Mixon, but you're talking about probably an RB8, RB2, high RB2, maybe he sneaks into the RB1s. But he's still always being undervalued at this point. I have Mixon in a league, and I just can't trade him because he's too valuable to like give at a discount, but he's also not valuable enough that I can get enough in return. So really, it's like I'm trying to package Mixon plus something to get better player. And Fields is potentially a really good quarterback, but he's in that kind of tier of Wilson, and he's in that tier of Trey Lance, which one or two of those quarterbacks aren't going to perform. You could get the next Mitchell Trubisky. And if you do, like that's a chance, then you're talking about Mixon and Trubisky. But you could get Mixon, and you could have the next, I'm trying to think, you could get the next, I'm trying to think of a mobile Jalen Hurts type of quarterback. Maybe even a little bit better than Jalen Hurts. But CMC, I'm taking CMC, and I am looking, if I need that quarterback, to try to flip him for a stud. Because those quarterbacks are so hard to get unless you basically have Jonathan Taylor, CMC, Saquon, and that's pretty much it. Because anybody that's getting older, Kamara, Zeke, those values are already starting to dip. And so if you want to get a stud quarterback, which I love to do in Superflex, like that's one of my biggest strategies, then that's how you have to do it. All right? So again, this is Marcus Dynasty Football Dads. Make sure to donate $1 hair, and maybe you go win a football and win maybe a jersey down the road. And if you want a sneak peek of the jersey, let me know. Comment below if you want an idea of what it could be. Maybe I'll give you like a hint, like guess who I am type thing. Maybe. All right. Again, I will see you. It is Friday, so we got Saturday. Well, I will try to do. I'm going to the lake this weekend. I will try to do. The internet is so sketchy up there. I'll try to get one of the 2 days done. It might not be both. So again, this is Marcus Dynasty Football Dads. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Now turn up.